So that is the reason why Surah An-Nas was made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he needed to fulfill one of his parts of the agreement that we made with him, which is that part is Iyak Nasta'in. Also, I'm pretty sure I made a small little mistake and I said that Iyak Na'budu was guidance. I apologize for that, because the real a guidance line is Eid Nasrat al-Mustaqim. Eid Nasrat al-Mustaqim. So I apologize for that little mistake. Because that would be bad if I did not notice that, because Iyak Na'budu means it is we worship, so, and we are talking about our part, so it is nowhere near guidance. So yes, like I said, that's why he's super merciful and gracious, because he gave us guidance for free, and he needed to keep things balanced. So that's why he placed the Surah An-Nas at the end, because he could have not put it fully after right after we got what we said the agreement, because he was already giving us guidance for free, and if it gives help for free as well, then it would be very unbalanced, because because we why even bother saying the declaration surah, the surah class? Why would we even bother saying it when we already have it? See, now we have to keep it balanced, and we had to do our part as well to get the help. Yes, we got things for free, but we didn't get it all for free, since the helping came after the declaration surah, 112th surah class surah. So we said, kulullahu ahadullahu samad, there's only one Allah and everything depends on him. So that is why it is placed there, because it was placed Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas were placed at the very endings, because he needed to keep things balanced, and he gave us a whole lot of evidence too. He also gave us a whole lot of guidance. I mean, a lot. So yes, he gave us a lot of guidance. So that's another reason why he wanted to test us, because if we got all this guidance and we still did not declare, and we did not intend to declare later on, that would just be messed up. Because you got so much, so extra guidance. Again, you got so much guidance, and you still do not declare, and you do not plan to declare anytime soon. That would be that would be messed up. So yeah, that is why it is placed at Surah Falak and Surah Nas, the helping surahs, why they're placed at the end, because they were placed there to be balanced, and why they were created, why Surah Nas and Surah Nas was created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was created so that he could fulfill his benefit, his a perk, or his part in the agreement that we made. Iyak Nasta'in, he needed to fulfill that part. He needed to fulfill his part about what what's it called? Yes, that he needed to help us, because if that was not a perk, if that was not a perk or a benefit, then we would just ended surah the Quran at what 112 surahs. But nope, we made this benefit, so we got the benefit. And that's why Surah An-Nas was made, because he needed to fulfill his part. And we all know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will never lie, so he will never break promise. I do not believe it. He's never ever lied. So obviously, if you don't lie, you don't break promises. and he promised us this benefit, so he gave us the benefit. And that's why it is created, because he needed to fulfill his part. He couldn't like put a second book there, like, oh, part 2 of the Quran, and put it there. He put it all in once, so you read it all in once, you get the help guidance all in once in this one specific book. You don't have to like buy different ones. Oh, part 1, part 2, chapter 1, chapter 2. Because if it was like that, if like the Quran fully explained it all, because like lots of people think that the Quran, it explains itself, and that is very wrong, because you have to understand the Quran. That is the test here, is that will you take the time out of your life to study this book? Because the Quran is not gonna, it's gonna like show you half the way. Now it is your turn. You are the one that has to what? Fully understand and go deep into it. Because the Quran doesn't explain itself fully. Because, you know, like if it did, if it like explained itself, we'd be like reading this thick of a book. And probably not even that thick, it'd probably just put it in chapters, like, oh, chapter 1, Surah Al-Fatiha. Oh, chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah. Chapter 114. Surah An-Nas. You'd be like growing old, like, when am I going to finish this series? There'd be 114 chapters, 114 books, if it explained it itself, and very big books too. So that's why like Surah An-Nas, it doesn't like Surah, like the Quran, glorious Quran, it doesn't explain itself, which many people sadly mistaken it to think that, but oh, the Quran will explain itself, don't worry. It won't explain itself, but it will, like, if you fully like go with your head and you really want to learn it with all your heart, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will help you understand it. Like, He will make it a piece of cake for you to understand it all. And it is really not that much. If you want to try to learn it, you can, because everything is technically connected. So once like you study it all, you're going to come to a pinpoint about what the Quran is, like a specific pinpoint. And we, inshallah, we all will reach that pinpoint one time, where inshallah we will all learn like all the surahs, and we'll finally come to that pinpoint about what is the Quran and what is it trying to say. Because that is probably like a book always has like a simple summary of like 1 or 2 sentences, like 5 sentences maximum. So every book has a summary, every story has a summary, like a moral. So what is the moral of the Quran? It will take some time to find out, but inshallah all of us will if we try. It's not that much to it. All you need is a little bit of faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and a little bit of hope, and you're good to go. Just a tiny bit of knowledge needed. Of course, your knowledge will grow if you read the Quran. I mean, the Quran has cures to everything. Since it tells you how to do everything, then it obviously has a cure for it. If something goes wrong, obviously it will have a cure, because it's one that's telling you to do that thing. It needs to have a cure. Be like that one episode in the story which like gives you what a spell and it goes wrong and they don't know how to cure it yet. That just go horribly wrong. But thankfully we can rely on the Quran, and because it has a cure for everything. So that's why like Surah An-Nas was created, because it needs to have been created. I mean, and why it is like in book, and why he didn't like put it in a second book. I mean, he could have, if he wanted, he could have like made like the Surah Al-Fatiha, it's one book, then there have been like Surah Al-Baqarah all the way to like Surah Al-Jinn, like the 111th surah. It could have been like that. The guidance part, agreement section, guidance section, declaration section, and helping section. Could have been that too, but he combined it into one simple book. Of course, very thick book, because there's a lot of surahs. Of course, it would have been like 10 times thicker if it explained itself. Not the reason why he couldn't like why the Quran didn't explain itself. So that's why Surah An-Nas was made, because he needed to fulfill one of the parts of his agreement, because he made the agreement. He also made the agreement. He signed it as well. now he will also fulfill his part. He fulfill his part, and by fulfilling his part, he had to like do his helping part, because that was one of his part. So like he made the Surah An-Nas, because there's like two helping surahs, like Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas. You get what I mean. He made it for his part, okay? He doesn't lie. He made it. He put it there for a reason. Alright, so guys, with that I will be concluding. And now let's see what we learned here. We learned about, I hope you all like actually did understand why like Surah An-Nas was created, and why its placement is there. I hope you did understand that it's quite simple to learn as well. If you didn't, we'll quickly go say it again, that it was made, Surah An-Nas was made to so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he could fulfill his part in like the agreement that Allah we had made, Iyak na'budu wa iyak nasta'in wa iyak nasteen, and it's upon we call for help. This part, this is one of the benefits that we get when we make the agreement with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he needed to fulfill it, so he made the Surah An-Nas, and he placed it there because he wanted to keep the Quran equally balanced. Because like he was giving us guidance for free. Now if he gave us like help for free too, it would have not really been like fully balanced. It wouldn't have been like fully balanced. I mean, Surah class against all these surahs at like the same time, it would not be a fair battle now, would it? So yes, that is what we learned between like this time. So I hope you all did actually learn why like there's Surah An-Nas, and like why its placement is like so uniquely strategized with like in the Quran. And this placement also shows us is that like how we cannot get help without declaration, without us declaring, and because like we got guidance, but it also shows that how we got guidance, we're not getting help without declaring. It's not happening. You got to have like full iman while declaring as well. You have to like fully believe. You can't just say without like knowing what you're saying, or like without like fully not like caring. You're just saying it. You're not getting pure help that time. The only way to get pure help is to have full iman by saying this surah, and then you get help, because you're still gonna get guidance. You're gonna keep getting guidance no matter what, but you're not getting help for free. That is just not happening. Now to know now to like have full iman while declaring, we have to know what we're declaring. So like this surah is also like so short. I mean, this surah is like what kulawahad Allahu samad lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. 4 lines long. It's only 4 ayats long. Only that long. Like the declaration is so short itself as well. And what we're declaring here is quite simple to understand as well. Kulla wahad. There is only one Allah, Allahu Samad, and everything depends on Him. Lam yalid. He doesn't begot. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Lam yalid walam yulad. Nor has he been begotten. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. And there is no one equivalent to him. That's what we are reciting and declaring in Surah class, 112th Surah. So it's quite simple. I think the declaration itself is also very simple to understand, and the surah itself is also very simple to like learn. I mean, anybody can learn it. So that's what we're declaring, because in order to like have full iman while declaring it, you have to know what you're declaring. I mean, you can't just say it. Even if you have full iman, you have to at least have an idea of what you're saying. Even a wild guess will be fine. Okay, so that is now you see like the rest of the things we said. Oh, he doesn't begot, nor has he begotten, no one's equivalent to him, or he's only one. Those are fine. Anybody can say those. Now the real gutsy thing that we have to say here, if with full iman, is that everything depends on him. That is the real gutsy thing we have to say, because it takes real guts to like admit to someone that everything depends on him, because you want to like take at least a little bit of credit, like, oh, I did this much, I just did this much. Now when you're like saying everything depends on him, you're not getting yourself any credit. So like when you have full iman and you say Allahu Samad, it takes full iman, like it takes guts to say that, because you're like fully like losing all your credit about things you did, and you're giving them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But that's why this, like when we declare it with full iman, that's why Allah gets so happy that He gives us help. And not just any help, He gives us help for many things that we'll ever need. He'll give us protection. He'll give us protection for this dunya, for this earth, and He'll give us protection for the afterlife and for our soul. I mean, He's giving us a protection for this, like this life and that life, both at the same time, in like two surahs, two very 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 short surahs, which are almost like which, and all of the each single verse like has one thing identical to it. Like look, Qul falak, min sharri ma khalaq, min sharri like it has like the same tone to it. And Surah An-Nas, like I said, Nas is like at the end of every single verse. So they're like, you're getting protection from everything that you will ever need, like for this life and the afterlife. And they're very simple, and they're in like two surahs, and they're short. And all you had to do for it is have full iman while saying one single word, and everything one single like sentence, and everything depends on Him. Allahu Samad. And everything depends on Him. But it takes guts to say that thing when you like have full iman and you're saying it and you know what you're saying. It takes guts that time. That's just why like you get such a big reward after it, because well, you did a very 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 gutsy thing there, and then you got like your reward for that gutsy thing that you did, which was give all the credit to somebody else. No, and which is true that, I mean, you should give him all credit because he helped you like with whatever you're doing. I mean, even if like someone did not help you, unless he was like still supervising. So yes, it takes guts to like give all the credit to someone else. So I hope you all understood why we get like help after the declaration surah. I hope you all understood it, and like why it is the why we get it, and like why there are only two surahs, like, and why we're getting it like at the end, and why like the declaration surah is like at the starting, like things like that. I hope you understood about like why we are getting help after the declaration surah. I hope you all deeply understood as well, just as much as I did. So, and with that, I think this video has finally come to an end, because this video, you guys don't know it probably, but this video actually took a whole lot of time to film. So please subscribe and like the video and comment down below. I mean, I swear it's free. All it takes is just one click of a button or one tap with your finger and you're done. You don't have to do anything. It's completely free, and if your subscriptions are completely full, you can always redo it and undo it later on again. Because oh boy, did this video take some time to make, and it took a lot of study sessions to make this video. So if you can, please subscribe, like, and comment down below like your opinions and your perspective, because remember, all of this was my own opinion. I do not mean to offend anybody. I mean, if you are offended, I'm deeply sorry. You can obviously put your opinions in the comments down below. And with that going said, please go ahead if you want. I'll say this for like the third or fifth time in the video. So please, if you want, you can go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell icon, like the video, and comment down below what you thought, and comment down below your opinions on this topic yourself. And I said this later on the video, and yes, I still remember it. Comment down below what you think, like a few of Iblis's techniques. What do you think, like what are some of his techniques that he can do? You can think of that, and then you can, if you want, it's your choice. If you want, you can share your what you think like the techniques are, how we can like avoid the techniques down in the comments down below. And with that being said, we have come to an end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. We'll say this one time last time, because it's the signature outro. So I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, like the video, and comment down below what you thought. Comment down your opinions. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye and Allah Hafiz. Yeah, and a quick reminder, make sure to be nice to each other, help each other, and inshallah, all of us, when we work together with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and with a little bit of faith in Him, that we will be able to help each other. So make dua for each other, and that we all will be able to help each other, and that we all will see a true light, and then we will be happy. So make dua for each other, or never miss a prayer, and always remember, never let a policeman, because boy oh boy did he make a scene in the ground of Arba. He made a very big scene for the so we cannot let him win like this war that's going on right now. So big dua for each other, never miss a prayer, and remember, Iblis cannot win, and anger comes from Iblis. So stay happy, stay nice, and don't forget to be nice to each other. Goodbye, Allah Hafiz, see ya.